Is this you when you have to give that big presentation?
Inside.
If you're saying, yeah, it is. Even Muriel's laughing, saying, used to be.
Inside.
Inside. There's that little guy in your stomach doing loop-de-loops or whatever he's doing in there. So we all, at some point, have had some anxiety when it comes to communication. How many of you joined Toastmasters to overcome that anxiety? How many of you still have that anxiety again? Show of hands. Yeah, okay, so, but it's working, right? How many of you feel better about your presentation skills now that you've, okay. As you may have read in either the handout I gave you or in your program, I used to stutter when I was a kid. Stuttered horribly. Every second or third word, I couldn't get it out of my mouth. So I understand about that anxiety, and it's through speech therapy, but also through some other methods, I've overcome that anxiety. And you can do that too. One of the things that I know Toastmasters talks about all the time is practice. I have clients who hate the word practice because they think, oh, there's no time to practice. How do I practice? How am I gonna find the time and the place and all this to practice? But it's very important. Let me ask you this question. Do you think athletes practice?
Absolutely.
Sports stars, do they practice?
Yes.
Let me ask you another question. Your favorite Hollywood stars and the people on TV, do you think that is seamless and a one take, or do you think it's practice? Who says practice? So what's the number one thing about overcoming the fear of speaking? What is it again?
Practice.
In case you missed it, it'll come up again in this presentation. I promise you. I promise you. It's a recurring theme for this particular presentation. The other thing is visualization. How many of you see yourself as a failure when you're standing in front of a group of people speaking to them? That's the wrong thought. And I should have my hand down when I do this. But that's setting yourself up for failure. It's self-defeating prophecy. You are saying to yourself, I am no good at this. I cannot do this. My boss is going to be disappointed. We'll lose that $1 million contract. I'm fired. I may as well cash it in now. Do you feel that way sometimes? Turn it around the other way and say to yourself, I can do this. Or better yet, here's a thought. There are professional sports teams who employ coaches, visualization coaches, and their job is to organize the team before the big game or whatever game and walk them through visualization techniques. They do it far better than I will in this next 30 seconds, but bear with me. Close your eyes. Now visualize, I said close your eyes. She looked at me again. Close your eyes. Now visualize that big presentation that you're doing. Visualize the audience in front of you. However many people there are. 10, 50, 500. And you have been rehearsing this presentation ad nauseum. And you know that when you get up there, you're going to pitch it flawlessly. Every single word, every gesture, every pause is perfect. And as you are pitching that presentation, you can see the audience's eyes riveted on you. And as you're getting to your last few words, you say your final thought, you see the audience jumping on their feet with thunderous applause. You can open your eyes. If you're asleep, you can still open your eyes. How does that feel? Does that feel better than, oh, I can't do this, I don't know why, my boss asked me? Does that feel a little better though? If you practice that, oh, there's that word practice again. If you practice that, you will be amazed the difference your presentation will make. Whether it's at a Toastmasters meeting or whether it is where that $1 million contract or that sales pitch or whatever it is riding on it. And the other thing is relaxation techniques. One of the things that I've learned through speech therapy, but also in Toastmasters, I think it's being reinforced, and I've taught fellow Toastmasters this, is how to breathe. How many of you know how to breathe? You're doing it now, I know, but how many of you know where you breathe from? Where are you supposed to breathe from?
From the stomach, the belly.
No, it's breathe from your nose.
breathe from your diaphragm. Your diaphragm. Your nose, your mouth, it really doesn't matter what the method the air gets in, it's where you're breathing from. How many of you have seen people take a deep breath in and their stomachs, my stomach's getting so big it doesn't suck in anymore. But how many of you, and you're laughing because you have that same problem, I know. But you breathe in and you see the stomach suck in. What does that do? Constricts the airflow. So when you actually start speaking again, guess what? You're already panicked because you haven't taken enough breath. And when you do take enough breath, and that's not going to make your presentation sound very good, which will continue to make you feel nervous. Try this though. Put your hand on your stomach. Take a deep breath in. Your stomach, your diaphragm, you should feel it go out. If it hasn't gone out, you have breathed incorrectly. Try again. Take a deep breath out. Now take a deep breath in again. Feel your stomach go out? Good. Now breathe out slowly. What I like to do is a count of 4 or 5. Breathe in slowly, breathe out slowly. Let's try that. Breathe in slowly to the count of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold it. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4. What you're doing is giving your body oxygen to your brain, which is allowing your body to relax.